I think the encouraging thing about that was his chase. Ratton would have loved to have seen him put that chase on and lay the tackle.
Had a lot of hip problems last year, Houlihan. Gee, that's a great kick by Fev. Home and hosed. He's got 3. One of them was a 9-pointer.
I don't think we've seen Favola play, away from the goal square all that much, but he's actually had a very good start of the game here, essentially playing up around half forward. He certainly is playing forward 50 still, but not necessarily out of the full forward position. I think that's important for Carlton, that Favola has just kicked too big a percentage of their goals. They go to him too often, and they've got to get used to going up to other players in the forward 50 if they're in a better position.
Carlton on top by 30 midway through this second term. Game 5 of the NAB Cup at the Dome. Goldstein and Jacobs, 2 giants, go at it. They fought a draw, fell at their feet, and they'll do it again. Young Jacobs with the left hand, Judd's over the football, trying to advance it. Another ball up.
Dennis, just thinking, Favola on Gibson. Now, Fev had a big match against Gibson late last year. Bucks, I mean, do you get itchy fingers if you've been lately?
Yeah, well, not many do, because Gibson's actually played pretty good roles on key forwards. But one thing I've noticed, if you look, if we had a vision, every player, Carlton and North Melbourne player, in the centre corridor, they know that yeah, the most direct route to goal is straight at it, and defensively they want to close that up, force their attackers out wide.
Interesting shot, wasn't it? Yeah, Fev got 6 on him, didn't he, in round 20 last year? So that corridor.
Yeah, well, I think both teams have got a similar focus defensively, and you can see that in the way the game's been played. But Carlton are just executing it better at the moment.
No, don't. Just keep it down low. You were joking. Keep it down. Don't throw it. Come on, man. No, you had his arm. What more can I do? Well, you don't have his arm. That would help. I didn't have his arm. I thought you did.
Would help immeasurably if he didn't have his arm. He wouldn't have paid the free kick. That was really just the height of Hale is enough, and they just Wake just got a little bit panicky. Yeah, just certainly grabbed his arm. I mean, defenders often think they haven't, but he certainly did.
I think you started talking at the right time, Lee. You dropped a bomb just after you started talking. Gave away the 50.
So Hale, a good thing becomes a certainty.
He's an interesting player, Wade. They've got him playing centre-half back tonight, Carlton. I thought he's played his best football more as at running half forward. When he plays defence, I'm just not sure how good a defender he is when he's playing one-on-one against a marking a forward. They might want to give him some run out, but that getting experience down there tonight. But that is an interesting, I guess, experiment just to see how he goes down there, Wade.
.44 plays 20.
They're throwing the opponent on Hale around quite a bit. Thornton had him early, and then Jamison, and now Waite. They're really probably working out who's best suited for him for home and away.
Jacobs won it down, charging through Zeeble. He was taken down strongly by Gibbs. Trying to force a way through was Murphy. On his knees, Swallow. Well done for Rito. Heard a voice and went to it. Power swings it wider. This is Wells. Split the difference. It was a difficult split, as they say in 10-pin bowling. He did it well. He goes towards the outer side. McIntosh trapped it effectively enough. Petrie feeds it back. Urquhart goes towards the outer side. Clears the pack and runs on towards the boundary and goes out. In fact, it was Urquhart.
Michael Jefferson's actually shown enormous promise, I think, as a young developing fullback, and I think the big, strong, tall defenders, or the defenders who can play on the big, strong opposition forwards, is been a little bit of a Achilles heel for Carlton, I think, in recent years. And
McIntosh did well, got it down to Swallow. There's a chance for Wells. Ricochets off Higgins. Down goes Jones. In goes Zeeble again, and that ball's not coming out.
On the ball. Just lying on it, Simon Wiggins.
So even on that occasion, Zeeble was over the ball. The next 4 or 5 players in the contest were Carlton. They're working harder to get numbers around the ball.
So Thornton's going to get it back here. Wait. Gee, well done by Wait. He was under the pump.
Holding advantage.
You heard the umpire. Holding advantage. The free earned by Wait. So Russell's kick to the pocket.
Good block by Cloak off the ball there.
And then Wiggins to load up. Favola, big chance against Gibson here. Went with the one hand. Urquhart, they got numbers back. The Kangaroos, but chance here for Cloak. Clever kick. Well done, big fella.
Rewarded. He laid a nice little block there for Wiggins further up the field. He realised that there was a 2-on-1. Took his opponent to the centre corridor and then laid a little block to allow him to have some space and stayed in the contest, moved forward and was able to get on the end of this. And it's, you know, those little bits of team play, they do come back. It's a bit like karma. They'll come back for you. And it was a nice finish from a big fella.
So the margin is 30 points. Carlton on top. Just under 8 minutes till half time. Here's the Thomas injury again. Applying the tackle there. And as you can see, the man he tackled, Wait, coming down on top of him. Judd has gone forward again, so watch this space. Power, Swallow. Advantage is paid. Zeeble got it across to Urquhart. Urquhart comes back across the ground then. In front, Rawlings lays it off. Wells. Little hand pass to Campbell. Now Rawlings is through, runs inside the 50, forced to go with the left boot. Hale works in front, was being held, will get the free kick. This time against Jamison.
Arms around, holding him back.
He's a big unit when he gets the front posse.
Your arms around him, holding him back. Clear out, guys, 5 metres.
He's very hard to get around. He's
Come back behind, Kate.
200 centimetres, as you say, Lee, but I don't know how long those arms are either. He makes it very difficult to spoil because
he's got good body strength,
so
though. He's able to have good downward strength, sort of good through the hips and the legs, so he can keep his strength. A lot of tall blokes get knocked off the ball too easily.
Hale going at his third. He kicked 8 against Geelong late last season, puts this one through.
Generally, Carlton are the one that we're saying they're for the one target up forward, and we've discussed how dominant Favola can be. But tonight for the Kangaroos, Hales looked like he's the only guy. I mean, he's kicked 3 of their 4. They've gone to him more often than anyone else. He's gone off the field now, so it's going to be a challenge to see whether Corey Jones, Goldstein's going forward now. Thomas, can they get involved in this offensive play? Petrie's also gone to centre half forward.
So Hale sitting it out. So a CFA volunteer with little daughter here tonight. What a great job they have done. Enjoying the footy at the Dome and hanging in North Melbourne, but they're still 4 goals behind, and Carlton look the goods. Stevens getting it from Robinson. You heard it, the play on call. Houlihan clever to Betts.
Oh, well done. I don't mind that decision by the umpire. It was good play by Eddie Betts. He tried to turn his body so that he could take the contact in the back, but Pratt didn't push him in the back. He tackled him well.
Good tackle,
he had a prior opportunity, and the umpire assessed it well.
Well, Betts is going to do a Harvey here.
And the reverse.
I called it. There it is. No, thank you. I didn't even hear. No, well, that's from mine.
Very pragmatic is umpire Kennedy.
He is.
Joshua out.
So we saw Brent Harvey earlier tonight turn one round. Now Eddie Betts with a good chance.
Stay out,
Pinged,
Josh.
what, 20 seconds ago? So certainly within his range, not much of an angle. Has he got it home? No. He's hooked it. So he's missed a couple tonight, both with little hooks.
He didn't have his normal kicking action. I mean, that was a set shot. He sort of tried to get in too slow, didn't get enough momentum. Sometimes you just got to try and ignore the goalpost and just try and kick the ball over the goal umpire's head. It was just a bit too stilted because he was putting his goal kicking technique into practice.
Urquhart in the back pocket then just chips it outside the defensive 50. Harris to Power. Searching hand pass forward. That hurts. Harvey goes across the ground. McMahon. That's Anthony's hand pass. Well, made it difficult for Zeeble. Arriving quickly was Grigg. They worked it nicely. The hand pass came to Thornton. Out to the outer side from Simpson. Taken high out there is Robinson.